in all the countries I visited in Asia, I found that laywomen are very supportive of the nuns. In fact, they love them, and they take care of them, and they make sure that they have everything that they need to do their work. In fact, they wish there were more Buddhist nuns to help. Now, I was really impressed with their attitudes toward the nuns, how much they love them. And they will provide food, they'll provide housing, they'll provide whatever the nuns need, healthcare. The nuns never have to worry about paying the bills, doctor bills or something like that. Transportation is always provided. And in fact, in countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, even Nepal, all of these countries, the nuns are quite overworked. There just aren't enough to go around. So in these countries, their traditional Buddhist societies, they really appreciate the monks and nuns. And more, as the nuns become better educated, in many cases they would prefer to have nuns as teachers. So they're always asking me, how can we get more nuns? And then I'd say, well, you, in addition to encouraging and supporting them, you have to allow your own daughters to become nuns if they want to, right? Because sometimes you'll hear nuns say, well, young women say, well, I really want to be a nun, but my parents won't let me. Well, if they really appreciate and respect nuns, then why are they encouraging their daughters to get married instead, right? We have to think this through and change attitudes toward ordination for women. And I think that this is happening. All of the nuns that I met in these countries, in South and Southeast Asia, are so happy. And I could include East Asia in this as well, in China, in Taiwan, in Korea, in Japan. I also found that the nuns are very happy with their work. They feel free to do what they need to do and want to do for the society without restrictions. So for them, instead of thinking that ordination is very restrictive, they consider it very freeing. But it all depends on the support of the lay women, the lay people. And I should say that some of the best supporters of nuns are also men. I found that in my own work. Often monks, too, will also be very supportive of the nuns. We just have to find our allies. But they're out there, right? So this is a big difference. For example, when women in Southeast Asia or South Asia hear someone call me Lekshe, they'll say, oh, this is not right. This is not appropriate. They should address you respectfully. They should say venerable, or they should use some respectful term for you. I said, well, I'm American. I don't care. In the United States, in Western cultures, they have this ideal of equality. So they would prefer to see everyone as equals. And I appreciate that. I agree too. But in their cultures, it's just assumed that lay people should pay respect to ordained monks and nuns. Not that they're any higher or any better or any greater, just as a sign of respect for the choices that they have made, to show respect for their commitment to the spiritual path. That's an interesting distinction.